Hey Sheldon, Kevin tells us you're lobbying and trying to get some offensive snaps.
Nah, man, I just be, guys ask me what's going on for us. Like, we do something called, learning everybody's name and basically introducing yourself. And I told them my high school stuff, and guys just been going on about it ever since. They don't believe me.
What do you want to do? Play some big tight end or something?
That's about it. Honestly, tight end, little goal line, running back, like my rookie year.
What can you tell us about Joe Wood's defense? What have you kind of learned about it?
Definitely defensive line friendly. Defense you want to be in. I speaking from a defensive lineman, got a lot of freedom to make plays, and guys, for the main part, is being in the right place at the right time, and you'll get all the production you need.
Thanks, Dan. Our next question is going to come from Nate Ulrich.
Hey, Sheldon, good to see you.
What's going on?
Hey, it's been a while, but I wanted to ask you about your off season. I think I heard Larry Ogunjobi said you came back in great shape, and you were telling him it's going to be one of your best seasons. How are you feeling, and what was the off season like for you, and where are you at right now?
I feel pretty good, honestly. Had a long off season. Body got a chance to heal. Certain areas that nag me, whether I play football or not, got a chance to finally recuperate from that. Ran a lot, gyms closed down in Missouri. So, I got a lot of running in for the most part. And honestly, when I got back in and just started hitting the weights real heavy, went down in Atlanta and worked out for about a week and a half, 2 weeks out there. I was bouncing around all over the place, just finding gyms to work out at with old teammates, wherever I can find.
How important do you think it is to have that starting D-line back? Obviously, you guys didn't get to play together for the whole year last year with some, Olivia Vernon being injured, Miles got the suspension, but the four of you guys get to come back together. And what do you think you guys can do, second year as a unit?
Pure dominance. That's how we looking at it. No, me and Wolfing about it is just straight work. You know what I mean? And at the end of the season, we look up and look at our work, and then judge it off of that. Other than that, we just keeping our eyes focused on week one.
Thank you, Nate. We'll go to Scott Petrick.
Hey, Sheldon. I wanted to ask you about Larry. What did you kind of learn about him being next to him all year last year?
Workhorse, his demeanor in the locker room, very, very meticulous about his work. Every little thing, he be having these little chakra crystals and stuff like that. I be getting on him about, man. He's very one with the universe, and great guy, great football player. I mean, anything else is under the sun. I mean, he's a true professional. It's going to be a dominance in this year that you've never seen before from a nose tackle, I believe. And that's no working at all.
I was going to ask you, does it feel like a big year for him? I mean, it's year 4, last year of his rookie contract and everything.
Yes, definitely is. He's competing with Miles, for his, notoriety, and he feel like he, take out the back end of, a back seat to everybody a little bit. But it's never like that. We never talk to him about it like that, nothing like that. We treat him as what he is, a true professional, the starting nose tackle, and pure dominant ball player. It's going to be a big year for Larry, for sure.
Thanks.
Marla Ridnour, you're up.
Sheldon, great to see you.
How you doing?
I'm just curious about Coach Stefanski just said you guys were together for a year in Minnesota. Did you have an idea he might become a head coach someday? Do you remember anything about that?
Definitely did. We had a little dry spell out there for us, W's. Hit a little dry streak, and Coach K took over and ended up revamping the offense. Kurt and them got back rolling. I think we ended up winning like 2-3 games straight. Towards the end, guys picked up a little bit on the tendencies, but other than that, I definitely seen the future of him being a head coach soon. I thought it would have been the next year, to be honest with you.
How has he impressed you with his leadership through all this?
I knew what he was bringing, knowing where he's coming from for his coaching background. I knew he was going to have a Mike Zimmerman mentality a little bit for the structure of how everything was ran, how he conducts himself and all that. True head coach, he tries to be player friendly, but, it's too much work in there for players to sit there and say, you player friendly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marla. We'll go to Daryl Ryder.
Hey, Sheldon, you said that this defense is real defensive line friendly with Joe Woods. Without giving away too much, but what's different versus maybe what you were asked to do last year? What makes it better or more friendly for you?
Just gotta wait and see on that one, man. I ain't giving you a sound bite right now. It's too hard to. If any detail is too much detail, it's just D-line friendly. You know what I mean? And everybody has the opportunity in the D-line to make the plays without being wrong.
Great. Thank you, Daryl. We'll go to Scott Petrick.
Sheldon, I wanted to follow up on what you were saying about Kevin. Not a whole lot of first-year coaches walk into this kind of offseason, right? With COVID, and then you have the social justice stuff on top of it. What has stood out to you about Kevin handling all that kind of stuff?
Actually, extra kudos to him for his dad handling it, how he's handling it. Great. I mean, as best as we can, we've been trying to make it as locker room friendly as possible. It's kind of weird, everybody's all spread it out like they are. Everybody's got 2 lockers now. They cleared out the locker room and made a locker room in the weight room, put the weight room in the facilities. So it's kind of rough for his team camaraderie like that. But, for the most part, how his coach handled it, I mean, it's his best way. I don't see another way he could have handled it for the social injustice stuff going on in the world. I mean, he's been open-minded about everything. He's been learning, as he says. He said, I'm just learning because he's for himself. He said for himself is a learning experience. He's never had to go through anything like this, anything like that before. So, I mean, it's up and up on that. And he's been effective. They having meetings every other day about something going on in the world. So, I hear guys talking about that a lot. So, yeah, he's handling it pretty well.
Thank you.
Thanks, Scott. We'll end with these 2 questions. We'll go to Nate Ulrich and then Dan Lobby. Nate, your line's open.
Hey, Sheldon, I know we talked last year a little bit about how you had, Seattle, Minnesota, and then here. And this was like an opportunity to kind of, find a home, find a new NFL home and stay for a while. So what does it mean to be back in the same place for a second year in a row? Is there more comfort, and you think that can translate to the field, performance on the field for you?
Definitely do. I believe so. It's been a while for me having my second year with the same team, but I approached it completely different. New head coach, so new defensive coordinator, new play calls, and all that. So it's really my first year with the coaching staff, but second year on the squad. So yeah, that's a little different. But other than that, I just embraced it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not running from any work. Just honestly been keeping my mind focused, keeping the guys focused, man. You can lose. It's kind of so spaced out in there. You can lose yourself in the locker room nowadays. Just keeping guys ready to go and making sure I'm ready to go myself.
One last thing for me. We talked to you so much when Myles Garrett went through all that stuff last year. What are you sensing from him now? What mindset do you think he's in as he, is able to make this comeback?
Pure dominance. He felt some type of way about him not making the Pro Bowl last year. I had to break it down to him. It's kind of tough to vote you in the Pro Bowl when you get suspensions like that. But I mean, no shortage of your worth though, and you definitely know your worth, and his worth ethic. By far, him and Larry O and OV, bro, them workouts are crazy. So, I mean, those guys is ready to go eat, man, honestly.
All right. Thank you, Nate. Last one goes to Dan Lobby.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask about Myles too. I mean, does he seem different this year, especially coming off that suspension, like he has something he wants to prove?
Something to prove, more confidence in himself, believe it or not. Just staying healthy now. I mean, most guys, we really don't have as much time to be healthy as much as we have been, for the long break. So even with that being said, just that alone, I mean, he's been doing freakish athletic stuff in practice all the time since I've been here. So haven't much changed off of that. I think the boy's more explosive, even a little bit more stronger. So that's even just more dangerous coming off the edge. And I can't wait to see it unfold for coming week 1.